And we're back here with another video. And today I wanted to come on and kind of talk about, what I think and, kind of the future of the market kind of holds for buyers, sellers, people looking to get into the market right now, and kind of what your next step should be, considering it's been a good couple months. The market has been really relaxed ever since the start of the frightening tariffs that we had. It's been taking a pretty good, kind of comeback. And today, I kind of want to go into, what, when you should buy, what are your next steps here, what you should be buying, etc. Start off, let's kind of look at I want to say a quick report that JP Morgan CEO just said today. He said, the bond market is going to collapse. If you don't know what the bond market is, it is the financial market where bonds, debt, and security are bought and sold. So it's a place, reading here online, where the government, corporations, and other entities raise funds by borrowing money from investors, promising to repay the loan with interest over a specified period. This kind of goes into the market, obviously, right? If the market's going up, if the market's going down, then, if the market's going up, it'll be easier for these, loans to be paid off, or these borrows of money to get paid off with interest. So JP Morgan CEO basically goes on today, as we're recording this video, Friday, the 30th, that the market's going to go down. The market will collapse. No one's ready for it. Everyone's, not thinking about the right things. CNBC investor goes on right after and says it's all right. So obviously, no one knows, per usual, where the market's going to go up or down. Michigan, article came out the other day from Ross saying that we are in a recession right now. As you know, it takes about 12, 18 months for, a recession to show in the market and to show the public, because, it takes a while for everything to be confirmed. I believe we're looking at a market recession as well. I mean, both sides, tell stories, but, and have their own points. At the end of the day, we're looking at a market that inflated a lot just because, some of the tariffs, because the tariff situation just wasn't, and the tariff situation just got delayed. It's the only reason why the market's been going up. It has nothing to do with the fact that the tariffs are gone, right? I mean, obviously, the court's looking into, even if these tariffs are legal, and they're in court right now. Trump and the Fed, and the government are looking into, making them legal, and they got denied the other day in court, and one of Trump's team, the government goes and says on CNBC, we will do this another way, right? There is another way to do it, and it will be done some way or another. So it looks like the tariffs are going to be confirmed. That's obviously not good for the market. Just because they're delayed, just because they have, maybe a less tariff, this doesn't mean it's not going to happen. In addition, I just feel like the market has been really inflated. I feel people are going to start spending a lot less, right? Because people are spending a lot right now due to the fact that they're scared of these tariffs, and they're scared that prices are going to go up. So they're buying a lot now. That's why the market's up, right? The consumer spending has not gone down in the last month. And I believe that's because people think people think we're going into recession. People think that the market will go down and that they're going to have to pay a lot more when the time comes. A lot of scares, and I feel like it's always good to be cautious than confident, right? You don't really know where the market is going anyway. I don't know if it's going up or down tomorrow, to a month or 2 months. But you stay cautious and you stay patient. Now, with my information, what am I going to do with, the fact that I think we're going into a recession? Am I going to sell? Am I going to do this? I told you guys multiple times, as an 18-year-old investor, as a young investor in college that's just looking to put some money in the market, you're not going to, take out this money unless, obviously, you need a house, car, mortgage, whatever the case may be. Now, when we look at not selling now, when am I buying? I've told you in the past, the most important thing in the market is timing. In the short term, long term, you'll always get your money back one way or another. But if you make good investments short term, you will be profitable more in the long term, and you will just be a better investor if you are patient in the market and invest in the dips. With that being said, wait for this dip. I mean, no matter what, if this dip comes next month, 2 months, or maybe it doesn't come, the recession never comes, or people just keep spending, the consumer keeps spending, and the bond market stays good, and all of these things that people are, and that I'm telling you, and that people are telling you, and CNBC is telling you, that articles are telling you, whatever the case may be, maybe it's all not true. Let me tell you this: what is true, the market will go down eventually. It may not be because of the reasons I just listed, tariffs, bond market, consumer spending, etc. It will drop eventually. It could be 2 years, 1 year, 3 years. I mean, we're in this for the long term anyway. What's the rush, right? Put that money, keep saving your money, because you're going to need it. This is the time to be making money and saving and investing when the time is right. The time is not right now. We are in a very inflated market, and I believe that you will be able to take good advantage of this in the future. And I believe that it will happen soon because of these reasons. I feel like there's a lot going against the market than there is going for the market, which is why I believe we're going into, not a recession, but definitely a market drop eventually. Soon, not soon, who knows? We'll see. Now, kind of what I wanted to go on today, kind of talk about that. In terms of, recent news in terms of the AI, NVIDIA just reported earnings. They surpassed very well. I have NVIDIA. They went up 3% yesterday, so pretty good. Palantir's up another 6% today, 5%. So the AI market's looking pretty good. The NASDAQ is up 10% in the last month. If we're looking at an AI section now, kind of going into that. But market's looking good. Too good in my opinion. But something I will say, last kind of keynote to leave you off with here, is another investment you want to look at if you are a believer that the market is collapsing and will collapse eventually. Invest in gold. So minerals, specifically gold, silver, copper, whatever the case may be. These materials go up in value when the market's down, when the USD kind of depreciates, because it becomes more valuable, etc. So gold is a pretty good investment that I've been looking on making. I haven't made any yet, but if you believe the market is going down, instead of shorting the market, you can look at gold, where it kind of goes up since the USD goes down. And it's kind of it for the video today. Kind of quick and short. Just wanted to check in on the market because it's not been as fluctuating and crazy as it usually is. A lot of the times we've had the market, I guess, go back and forth, up and down, looking like a cryptocurrency, up 10%, up down percent. Sorry, up 10%, down 10%, up whatever. And now it's kind of, up 1%, up 2%. we're lowering it. The tariff scare is kind of completely over, not completely over, but it's starting to get a little over. So the market's definitely cooled down a bit, and I believe the market is very inflated right now, and it is not the time to buy, and there will be a time to buy, so stay patient. Do not sell. I guess you could sell if you're looking at, I guess this is kind of the time to sell since I'm saying the market is inflated, but, I don't like to sell until I have, really need that money. So your choice, obviously, but not a horrible idea. I'm not against selling. Well, that's it for me today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just kind of quick kind of update on the market. And, see you guys in the next one.